What is going on? I'm Zedmod, and it is Wednesday, the hump day, and we are not on season 69, so we're out of jokes, but code Zedmod in all of the sources. Now, I'm curious, now that the dust has sort of settled with the Engraver, how many of you have used it since the nerf? I used it a bunch on Mega Crab, otherwise it's not something that I have any interest in. And as far as the Mega Crab on this account, I don't think I even played it. No, I did not. On my other account, I got to like stage 130, maybe something like that, just using 3 times mode with some laser rangers, which was kind of fun. Quick note, do remember that we've got these wonderful bouncing melons. I said there were no jokes, but there are definitely jokes when it comes to big bouncing melons. So Melon Bombadiers, so good. I still am seeing people use regular melons, regular bombardiers, and do not use regular bombardiers when the melons are here, because the melons are free. They don't cost any GBE, they do more damage. So if you're using regular bombardiers, you are crazy, and if you are a low to mid-level player, do put these guys in your boats. They are ridiculously overpowered, and maybe I shouldn't say that because then Supercell would go nerf them, but I kind of doubt that's the case. We're going to do Humble Pie. I haven't even scouted. We'll just have a quick look-see. Someone went left, which I have never seen. Like, that happens like 1 out of a bajillion times. Guessing that's because of the grappler, but we're not afraid of grapplers. We're just going to go at it. And we're going to bring Mr. Bullet, and that is because of the fact that why the heck not? And you're wondering, am I going to get to Warships? Yeah, I'll get there in a second, but I am hesitant to play Warships at the second for a very good reason, which I will explain in a further second. So we're just going to get that flare, and we're going to get going. And yes, we probably could just let Bullet ride the Grappler Express, but I want to try my darndest to get him slightly out of reach of those critter cannons, critter launchers. I always call them critter cannons, which frankly they probably should have been called maybe. Now that the flare has almost expired, we're going to get all of this stuff out, and Taunt is going to keep all of our stuff alive, and that's going to nullify the grappler and let all of this stuff just walk on up. The laser is going to be a bit of a problem, so we'll throw a shock on that. Otherwise, just crushing through all of this stuff, and that's where knowing the mechanics of the game can be super, super helpful. Knowing that with the expiring flares is what I was trying to say. You can do very, very good things, and so just trying to keep that taunt, and also knowing that if you're in the blind spot of a defense, it does make it stop working, which is super, super, super handy. And quick other note about these bombardiers is they do not do friendly fire, so they will not destroy your critters, they will not destroy your troops, as I forget to click the taunt button and got our mech destroyed as a result. And now let's throw a shock back here and some critters in here and keep walking forwards, just absolutely destroying everything in our path. And even if we have the option to, we will not finish this core because we need to keep the sabotages coming. Intel is so plentiful at the second. You know what? Let's throw all of our and I said bombardiers don't do friendly fire, but Barrage definitely does. So watching as our Barrage kills all of the critters that we have just thrown, and Bullet is going to get wrecked by all of that stuff, and we're going to lose all of our Melon Bombadiers here in a second, and they are kind of pricey. Let's be honest. We just got a lot of buildings down, though, and whoever is left to attack, hopefully they do a save the core. And just a reminder, when you do a save the core, make sure you flare all the way around the core. Do a full victory circle, because that is a lot of fun. And anytime you can get 100 and above force points on an attack, gotta love it, with 37 attacks left. Look how great that looks. Whoever thought up the do not enter sign for join at own risk, every time I see things like this. I love it, and I wish I had that sort of marketing side to my brain, but I just fail so many different ways. Now, jumping into warships, yesterday I showed you the how to play without instant training approach, and that approach has me in gold. Yes, my main account is in 13, and my no instant training, just unlock EverSpark and Mechs account is in gold. So which one's better? I don't know. And I had a comment yesterday. I can't remember. You know what? I'm just gonna get it. There we go. So Polecat saying, Mechs and Sparky for non-IT makes sense, but yes, other players who are feeling the pressure to get gold day 1 or day 2, spending like a drunken sailor. So I agree with this completely, but it is so maybe not completely, just making sure he didn't say something rude down the bottom there or something, but saving for 5 engine rooms is so hard when I'm seeing people with brick and with barrage and building damage and people with tanks so they can have critters. I personally am going backwards to get critters. I am not going to spend the tank tax. We're going to go that way into critters. And I am going to hold out for either Scorchers or Seekers or something better, even though it sucks. And yes, I've already spent the warrior. I'm not going to do an attack here because that would be crazy, because as you can see here, not getting a lot of wins. I am finishing bases, definitely not finishing them quickly though. Just like, I'll show you my one win that's in my log with warriors. It's like, just go slow and get everything. A couple times, too many, I have sent my troops in without scouting, and this person didn't necessarily have to do this, but when splitting my warriors, when they have building damage, I have just lost way too many troops and fizzled, and right about now, in the iron tier, I am just trying to get 4 engine rooms every single attack. I've actually got 5 a couple times, but, and then just waiting and waiting, and you see I'm using smokes just to make darn sure that my troops stay alive, and just going slow. Like, you would not be using this many smokes if you're trying to go fast, but the important part is just to get engine rooms right now so that I can get into that 5 engine room meta, and it is not a lot of fun, let me tell you. And every season I tell you guys that that is the way to succeed. You gotta take a couple hits, you gotta take some L's, and it hurts though, and it especially hurts when you have the option to just buy something that'll make it better. So what I did on that account is I bought the GBE, even though I have 0 use for GBE because I don't have EverSpark, I don't have anything but smoke. Buying the GBE forced me to go forwards, and on this account I can't go forwards, so there are definitely different decisions to be made when you can't go forwards. So on this one, I will probably go through the GBE to get Barrage and just try to rank up as high as I can before everyone goes to 5 and beyond, because the lifespan of 4 engine rooms is shrinking quite quickly. In the next day or so, there's going to be a lot of Seekers on the deck, and you don't want to run into Seekers, let me tell you. Also note that when I get Barrage, I'm not going to have any tokens to max it, so it's going to be mostly useless for me, but I probably should be using Brick. I have EverSpark though, so that's stupid. Anyways, you get the basic idea of what we're doing, and I'll show you these. Like, look at that log. This is the comparison. 1 win versus 1 loss, all because we're just clearing bases with our mechs. We've got building damage, people are fizzling, and I'm not much quicker than my warrior attack, but people are a heck of a lot slower, all thanks to that 50% building damage, 30% building health, and this base. Now, this base is designed with that machine gun, and what ends up happening is Zookas walk up into here and they clear all of this, and then what they do is they walk to right here, and that machine gun kills them, that laser kills them, and then they end up with just like a mech or two around the corner. So I'm not 100% certain that machine gun's in the perfect spot, but I did intentionally move it over there specifically so that it would wreck some troops. And people are dropping all mechs. Yes, all mechs. And trying to clear the base. This person used a smart flare to head off to that one side. They're also using remote hack, which is very, very interesting. And there it is right there. You see that machine gun doing all sorts of work, drawing troops in, and just doing magically wonderful, wonderful things. So the base is standing up well. If you're in 4 engine rooms, I would suggest copying it. I don't think I made it up. I think I copied it off someone, and I don't know who the heck that was. But that person had this machine gun over in this neighborhood. So this base is 100% my design. Also, those shock mines I've added, I don't know if they're good or not. So do consider copying it. Otherwise, that is your hump of the day. Hopefully not your only one, but that is all from me for Season 70. Code ZMOD in all the accounts, in all the games, all of the times. I know 1 week is super annoying, but keep going on the warships. Love the fact that this video helped out a bunch of you yesterday, so let me know if it's helpful, let me know if you're using the Engraver, and let me know if you're using the bounciest of all melons. I shall talk, maybe not the bounciest, I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.